Welcome everyone to another open, highest end enterprise and business grade Linux and storage night here, live from highest performance 64-bit IBM Little Indian PowerPC, here with our increasingly amazing Linux solution. And you know it's serious when I have noise cancellation headsets and a Sony headphone. Yeah. And the server is not even in this room. Performance, baby. So, I also didn't expect. Oh, this was what I thought I copied that here. Copy text to link. Write it. Okay. Surely copy and paste sucks. Are we live with frames? I didn't see me packaging some open source Seagate software. So I couldn't instantly find a community first class open source thing to FastFormat this dual actuator highest end SAS drive. So I don't want to make too many experiments. So let's package that. We could another day either write it ourselves or further Google and stuff, but the problem is so few people cared about this and know about this that, yeah, there's not even much information out there. So Square, so the name sucks, obviously. Okay, what? Exit format, do not have exit installed. Empty, L, maybe L. No, that was better. So we're building this. Also, do you even see this fully? Probably wanted T-Max, right? Obviously you want. Let's see what happens. What is it even? CMake or Amazon? Okay, you know what? Let's package that. Should we package that? I mean, obviously we'll package it. Yeah, I hate making stuff. Because now the problem is now. Previously you configure make install. Now you read your own freaking source code to some. How do we usually Ninja and some build yada something. Yeah, I should have just freaking packaged that. Okay. Subject here. Setup. It's like here. Once upon a time it was configuring now it's setup. Yeah. Also this of course is bullshit. Let's see what it does. Does something. Whatever. So what generator did it even use? Ninja or Ninja was a build object here. I should have just modern bullshit. It surely is amazing, except like with the freaking manual, it's like, okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, I should be more clever and just package it. So I would have saved myself some minute here. Also, what's not like, yeah, I mean, the naming sucks, right? It's like big business, right? It's like, because naming, like, obviously that is not standard Unix naming and stuff. Okay, let's see if it does something. I already, like previous video, deleted some more data, right? Thankfully on this open, yeah, questions here. Meson is a build tool. Yeah, Meson is a like autoconf. Meson is a configurator thing, glorified more than GNU autoconf configure replacement. Meson can generate multiple generators, probably makefiles, Ninja and whatnot. So OpenC, what even was the bloody name of this chest? Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. I wish the people would come, like the companies would come together and like would have one like proper, like OpenCchest does, fast format, because I don't want to format this here. Here that is true enough. And certainly you only become the leading everything and enterprise distribution if you let's see if that does something. Yeah, I think so. This is probably the fast format thing of set sector size. It should be in seconds instead of 1.5 hour or 2 or 10. Let's see what happens and then if it does something. So bloody shit name tool device. Let's see if that is hopefully SDK. What? Cchest, or maybe it wants open. Cchest, wonderful. What did we just open? Oh, okay. Open. Cchest. Right? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's a good start, right? Cool. It has a whole bunch of different named shit. Thank you very much. Maybe we start with info. Common option. Show support. Cool. Yeah, if I said it's garbage tools all at once SG. SG and scan. Cool, let's scan some shit. So the problem is now which is which. It's like, yeah, I wish that would work on. By the way, does it mean that HD Palm has a chance to work on this? Oh, doesn't. Nah. HD Palm, SD Palm. Yes, I'm aware. IDE, SCSI, that's the same. ATA, obviously differences. But the problem with this SG shit nonsense now is that I need to actually verify which is which drive. So I removed, because obviously I don't want to destroy my freaking data on my precious highest performance IBM tier systems here. So so that was SDK. Let's double check the smart control A stuff. I mean they should be linearly sequentially numbered, but better double check than sorry. That was vendor product. Was it? What even was it? Serial. Oops. Serial. There's a freaking ZK whatever. ZK. Okay, that is actually pretty long. Serial. Hello. Where is my freaking serial? All this stuff, I guess. And what did we see? And you see that somehow enumerated differently. What did we double check that apparently? What the heck? I hate when this shit happens. Why is this SDK? Yeah, wait, this is alphabetically. SDK. Okay, whatever. SDK. Okay. I was just dumb. Okay, anyway, welcome everyone. I am streaming from an airport. Yeah, I'm streaming from the IBM Open Power thing. It's like, yeah, don't run 1U? Don't run 1U and 2U unit rack stuff in your office, obviously. And it's already not in this room. Anyway, so I wonder how this is with this dual actuator things. Can you have like one actuator on 512E and one on 4K? I don't know. I mean, probably, right? So this actually didn't double check it. I guess it enumerates as logical units, but let's put it today. So what is with this open shit tools here? So we want set sector size, so that's probably format. What is even with this device PD? How does it even I hated this with CD record, remember, from Jörg Schilling, may he rest in peace. The CD record author here from in Berlin. And he is obviously known for having an opinion and flame wars with Linux developer decades ago, 20 years ago, right? And I always hated, like, I once sided with Linux kernel developers, right? If you have a SCSI device, you want dev, SD, whatever, right? And not some other random, like he had the opinion, may he rest in peace, that there's like a U addresses with, I don't know, SCSI bus, whatever it's like. No, if you have a Unix and you have a device and you use this device and not this differently assigned stuff here, it's, I guess, too much. Because you constantly need to double check, right? Is it that what it's using? So OpenC, let's hope it does this set. So it should be simple. I don't understand why the SG. I mean, maybe it's somewhere. I googled it, I didn't find it. Obviously, right, with high-end stuff, you don't find it with Google. Why is this, by the way, scrolling so much stuff here? Okay, fine, doesn't matter. So that one, what is it even? Firmware version model number. I would hope they all operate then on those devices. Also, yeah, this is, by the way, virtual server stuff, right? I also hate this nonsense here. American Megatrons Incorporated, stuff of virtual. Yeah. Woko has no idea what they're watching, what love. So much to learn. Yeah, even I mean, I didn't expect in 2023 that I need to mess with such basic things like sector size for proper performance. Obviously, I want to test this. I mean, I wouldn't need to, right? I could just continue running everything with 512E, emulate sector size. But if you want to make strides with your increasingly sought after enterprise Linux distribution for people tired of RPM Red Hat forks, then obviously you need to do some testing, right? And obviously you only grow knowledge if you have done it once, right? If you have done it once, then of course you know, okay, it's like that. We have been there, we've done that, we've tested that. So let's see, open format, does that have set sector size, SAS only, SAS format fast, SBC4 required, format unit, new sector size. Okay, so this is like, yeah, thank you very much. Like, why? I mean, maybe it has similar set. Here's some set sector size. Data destructive and SAS only. So set sector size, more support. So like, yeah, why? I mean, maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. It's also fast format. What's like, and that's the thing, right? Why is this stuff so shitty, so convoluted, such a mess? Why is there set sector size? Why? I mean, of course, sure. If we would if we would next compete with Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure, we would now have an intern who tries all this stuff and maybe destroys some drives and would make a full file report, right? Company-wide knowledge base report of like, hey, that I tried to format these drives like this. Like, yeah, what is better, right? Is set sector size better? Is fast format better? How should I know, right? Device, where did we? No, I copied and pasted so much stuff here. Alright, we had also. So probably does it even? Okay, it's using this as handle, so I guess I need to use that. So was it -- device? By the way, here's some stuff. So let's maybe read the freaking manual, right? What do we have here? Format unit current. Okay, they have current. Okay, here's more fast. So format unit, like yeah, there is format unit 4K sector fast format 1, and there is. Oh, this is not scroll here. Changing the sector size for set sector size is intended for supported Seagate products used in some hardware configurations. Please consult your hardware documentation information about compatibility using 4K native sectors. Solutions will see no benefit as manifesting already 4K very even on 4K emulated drives and files. Additional risk performing low-level formatting fast formats that may make the drive inoperable. If it is reset at any time while it's formatting for SATA drives, the set sector command must be for SATA drives. The set sector configuration command must be supported. On SAS, fast format must be supported to make these changes. So apparently set sector size is internally then using fast format. What a confusing mess. So I guess that should be equal to this one, but maybe do they set something like blessing sector size? Did it had device? Oh, it has, okay, this, okay, it has D, or do they also device? Okay, device handle. So it was SG, so fast format device. Let's see what happens. Wish me luck. SG14 and 96, and I guess it was Paul. There's a risk of performing the level format. If you wish to cancel this operation, Control C. No, to exit the software. Any interruption. Maybe I should have actually plugged in a professional node. It's a dual power supply, redundant power supply server. Like, by the way, when did it continue? Like, yeah, literally. I mean, I probably should have it on a redundant. Like, I only have one power cord in there. So did it do something or not? This will. You must add the flag. Professional also. By the way, this is also. I mean, I spent like previously some minutes to overthink my things. This is like flag. It's an argument. Like maybe also. I guess like this with two dashes. Not two dashes, not included. No, it isn't. Wait, what? It's this flag. What is flag like? But not like this. I like this. Are you kidding me? What garbage? What garbage? This is ridiculous. That it's a non-dash dash. It's like, yeah, companies doing like. Raise your hand. When was your company? Professional company stuff ever. It's like, yeah, like Windows software, right? It's low quality. I mean, I constantly complain. Hey, it's not recommended to do this over USB. I don't know. Did it do something, or there was the? Let's maybe Smart Control A on. Does it work on SG14? Hey, that works. I never have done this on SCSI generic. Where do we have physical? Oh, it still has logical. Look that. So yeah. Did I not read some freaking documentation? So the problem is that also apparently some stuff scrolls by. Okay, maybe I shouldn't type it so much. One or more of the options provided will perform a low-level format that cannot be interrupted once started. All background software should be stopped. Any file systems that are currently mounted should first be unmounted. Risk of interruption. Controller cannot handle these operations running in parallel without issuing a device reset. What did it still not? Wait, dash confirm. Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, this interface truly sucks. It's what a bloody nonsense. I also wish it would have some like this the other open source tool at least had their, will start in 10 seconds. So, let's see. Someone left the hairdryer on. Yeah, kind of. We had the, I mean, it's, I could close it more, but through the balcony door I have the Ethernet cable, only the Ethernet cable. Yeah, the power cable. I could have, we could have some 5 dB or so less noise, but no. Relevant, but command input is getting cut a bit at the bottom of the, yeah, but only slightest, right? Setting the drive sector size quickly. Please wait a few minutes for this command to complete. Also, I mean, there's some debugging on, right? It's like not, yeah. Unable to erase MBR if unable to write partition after erase the first sector and sector creating a partition again. Performing SCSI drive format depending on the format request. This could take minutes to hours or days. Do not remove power return. But I also would stress that, I mean, I should be really careful what I'm doing, alright? The grabber says it's set. See, we still don't have. Yeah, it's surely set, and it's also said that there are no instantly available open source tools, right? You can do this with HD Palm, but only for the ATA IDE drives. And yeah, so I read on some forums that it took 10 hours, but this was a full format, right? And setting the Samsung M.2 SSD to 4K was quite instantaneous. It only took less than 5 seconds or so. But we low-level formatted the fiber channel drive, and that was 1.5 hours, right? It was like 1% per minute. Also, so that is the difference, right? This is why I messed. This is why I built this. So successfully set the sector size to 4096. Amazing. Using FD2 .stl. So apparently I did this in the second one, right? And so I will continue the syntax in a second. I just wanna physical. Where is now the actor size? Logical. So yeah, now it's logical 4K. Great. And that's why I bothered to package this garbage sources, right? Scan and so SG14 and SG, so we have done 15, so we have dual actuator. Actually, we should, by the way, check that, right? So wait, did both actuators change now? Or maybe they change in tandem, because now it says logical block size 4096 on both, and I only formatted one, right? So maybe it affects both drives, which kinda would make sense, I guess. But it wasn't documented, right? I literally read random stuff for 1 hour and I didn't find answers to this stuff, right? Which in my opinion is not how it should be. So yeah, this is logical, physical, so this is not altered. That I'm currently booted from that. It's interesting that it doesn't. So if it's logical and this is the stuff, sure, I could read the source code, but I didn't expect this. I expected this smart mount tools always list this, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, great, but did the Linux kernel critical target error, SDK sector, whatever? Our capacity has changed. So maybe the Linux kernel is confused now. And another thing, so to finish my previous thoughts, there are differences between fast format, like a normal low-level format on the fiber channel drive, which was 500 gigabyte, 450 or so. That took one and a half hours, right? So this is why maybe a 14 or 18 terabyte drive, then it's not that much faster, and then it might actually really 1.5 hour multiplied by, I mean, let's say it's twice as fast. So then it, or let's say let's say it is faster, and we have like 36 times. So yeah, that might be 18 hours, right? Like, and this I'm adding here quite some speed bonus for that drive. So that is why a 0.5 terabyte drive might take 1.5 hours. A decade old, a latest terabyte drive might indeed take 10 to 18 hours. Like, this is where, like, if you have a 20, 30 terabyte drive, the latest and greatest helium filled and stuff, then yeah, it might take that long. And that is why I wanted to try this fast format stuff. So some vendors, because obviously it's already, I mean, I don't even understand why it's formatting things, because it's already 4K native 512 emulate, right? So that's a little bit silly. The Linux kernel might be confused here now, potentially. I guess it's still working on this block SDK Q. Yeah, so we need to remove that. What was the bloody syntax? I said just in yesterday's video I hate the syntax, so here we are again, right? SCSI remove single device. That is channel. We just adopt the SCSI 0, channel 0, ID 1 LAN. So yeah, it's LAN. So we also confirm that, right? Dual actuator. This is of course using good old-fashioned SCSI logical units. SCSI, wish me luck. Prop SCSI. I so hate the syntax. I mean, maybe it's possible with modern SFS stuff, but SCSI remove single device. The Graver says HD Palm has sector size. Would that work? Yes, I tested that. It would work on ATA drives, but this is a SCSI drive, and I tried this. I had hopes. It's like fingers crossed. ATA packed ATAPI stuff, right? ATA packet interface, ATAPI. No, it didn't work. It errored. I probably still have this in the history. I tried this before the live stream. Yeah, even did I try HT? I mean, even the information sync doesn't work. So maybe I didn't try it, to be honest. Did I try this? I thought if the information stuff already doesn't work, I better not try such exercise. So the other stuff doesn't work. Maybe that would. I did not want to risk my disk because I brought it with my own. Hard-earned money. Yeah, what is the bloody syntax for this shit? There's also delete. Okay, but we anyway need to re-edit. So this is so stupid. Yeah, SCSI. Maybe I have a dash too many. SCSI. SCSI space. This is so stupid. Like, yeah, I mean, it is visible that I did not design this monolithic Linux kernel that is SCSI Linux, because so many things are just stupid. Let's see, does it remove both? Maybe not. Did this proc SCSI. I did something similar yesterday. Okay, that worked. Let's re-add this. But hey, memory. I had it mostly correct. Add that and add that. It did something. It didn't error out instantly. Preferred minimum I/O. Yeah, we had this. Does it logical? Okay, so yeah, you need to re-add your SCSI drive if you don't want to reboot. And then, yeah. One other thing what I noticed. So yeah, that would be everything. And I probably should go home and sleep before I delete all my data again. Previous video. Oh, I still have some lemonade. Probably should go home and get some beer for enduring all this storage stuff. Probably the linear performance will not improve. Dev SDK. By the way, this apparently destroyed all data. Oh shit. Oh no, it didn't. What? Why is the data coming out of it? What? Oh no, it didn't. It did not wipe all the data. Okay, so the set sector size. So probably the partition table is off now. Potentially maybe, because it might be based on the sector size. Okay, so the set sector size does not wipe the data. I just wonder. But it's probably invalid now because the partition table. And maybe there is a repair thing. Because probably, at least the Linux kernel did not enumerate the partitions. Did it complain here? The data is still there, but the Linux kernel didn't enumerate the partitions for some reason. I would think that probably this stuff is off. I guess this stuff is off and invalid. But I would expect some demask output, like, hey, your partition table is not matching that. But anyway, this is all good to know. So this is all the stuff, like if you are professional in storage, if that is your bread and butter, then obviously you need to learn this. And now we did. We have some data points. We answered some questions. I probably should write a blog post or not my blog post. Not that blog post, my blog post. Or maybe a magazine article in our Linux distribution, right? So probably this warrants a knowledge base article as previously outlined. One last thing. So I mean, we could we quickly test performance and then we do two last things. I mean, I shouted out that Seagate documents this command. So these are very small commands, right? Just I wanted to see it first, right? I shouted out yesterday in the data sheet thing manual. They have the commands, I believe two small SCSI commands. Maybe they are in SG tool somewhere, but I didn't want to risk it today. Ideally, I would not want to use this convoluted, strange Windows-like sources here. But anyway. So let's test performance SDK. I don't expect here major findings for. I would expect more like massively concurrent file system I/O patterns, because this linear reading is just not stressing any. Yeah, I don't expect this to stress this particularly much. But def now of status. Progress, and we get 258, and if we try that for SDKLM, input output block size 260, this is even for some reason slightly higher, more. Okay, in this case it's even slower. Cool. Reasons might be this is old-fashioned SAS controller stuff, right? I mean, that's also another thing. Hello. One reason why vendors might still ship this, beside all the compatibility and whatnot, I also read that some SAS controllers may not support this, especially BIOS support stuff and RAID stuff. So yeah, that might be the next bucket list point thing why it's not more widespread use. Yeah, so this performance is a little bit not really sure why that is now. But wait, we on SDL we get 288. Okay, performance is a little bit SDKL. So I have no idea why that. I mean, it might be Platon, right? It's like, yeah, rotating magnetic flux. So that is basically the same drive, right? It's like why is one actuator much faster than the other? That sucks a little bit. Yeah, so much to testing when SDM. Why is this? I mean, maybe it was cached now for running at SD. The other stuff is mounted, right? So SDL and so yeah, performance varies. Yeah, needs to be done more scientifically. So whatever, at least it's diverged. So one last thing, or like two last things, but one last that you learn something. In the earlier video, I said here that for this NVMEs, because some internet posts suggest you can determine this in SysFS on Linux with block NVMe, and no, for my NVMe S Western Digital Black SN850X or so, it didn't do that, right? However, for the SAS drive, it does it. That also simplifies. I mean, so I don't know for ATA. I would need to check. Maybe I would need to specifically purchase yet another modern ATA drive, SATA drive. But on this SAS drive, it indeed indicates this. So this also truly sucks, right? I would expect with thousands of developers from all these companies, Red Hat and SUSE, IBM and even Microsoft working on this, that this is consistent between IDE, SATA, Fiber Channel, SCSI, SAS, NVMe, but no, it isn't, right? So this truly sucks. I mean, maybe there are technical reasons that obviously all those protocols are different and all the format fields are different. So obviously the signaling between IDE and SCSI is different and so on. So maybe it's just not as readily available in NVMe structures, which is why they might not do that. But from a user and admin point, this sucks. This is also... did I also wrong? Let's quickly close it before we do something stupid again. So SDK, so we have SDK LM. So that is the not reformatted one, and in this particular instance it works. That simplifies our Stone installer, so we can actually add support for using SysFS. So that is one, like we can check SysFS. Maybe for certain drives it indicates that correctly, and otherwise, if not, then we run NVMe, CLI utility. So yeah, many data points, nothing is consistent, everything sucks as usual. That's why we can't have nice things. And last but not least, let's package that and then go home. Let's package this open C chest. And so that would be somewhere like here. And so yeah, this is official name. The package name sucks in my opinion. We don't really So it probably would be file system stuff. By the way, this is also by the way, we could check. This is a Steam Deck. Yeah, too many systems. Steam Deck, Horizon, Open, Power, professional life. That would be NVM. So that's another, because that is a Phison controller. Let's see if it somehow... No, okay. So that is an NVMe thing, also for this Phison or whatever controller. Yeah. So, package name. So we don't usually have capitalized package names. Do we have any package name with a capital letter? I mean, maybe we have, but like I literally, so how to check this? A to Z, right? It's that easy. It's apparently not. So this would be the first package. I think I'm not packaging that like that. Gentoo. Do they have that? Probably have. Or not. You Google for Gentoo. So they have here a repology matrix thing. So not too many distributions. So we are increasingly getting top 10 Linux distribution, right? Because not too many have that. I can be click here, here. Ah, okay. So other, that's what I was after. So other indeed lowercase z, and I think I will do the same because I hate random capitalization and non-standard package names. So, and that's packaging, right? Double check, triple check, inspiration, and making it attention for detail and perfection, and making it so that people can actually find it. So svnmk dir open cchest, open cchest. Let's copy something like hd SD. Do I not have that here? What do I even have this? There is SD. What? Alright. There's SD. I probably want to move this to file system. Open cchest disk. And then some metadata. Some package, so maybe it does cross-compile. We probably should test this. What I usually do here now is maybe we close this table here. I usually mark it cross-compile because often in T2 it does as packaged and setup. And this is Seagate technology. Let's copy that. And it's like basically mark it cross-compile, and if not, we will find out. It's a little bit too long for me, that must be enough. If not, Seagate send us a patch. So this is of course too long for a headline there, so utilities for performing various operations. And it's a little bit long. Let's shorten that just a tiny little bit. Tools, determine hold status. That's probably enough. 77 characters there. Still need a reformat thing here. Okay, that's 81 there. I had the Emacs mode for that, but that was decades ago. What freaking license is that? Hello, license? Oh, view license. Mozilla Public MPL. Version 23. I should actually... call that. So that is version 2303. I should have. So because this name sucks, like recurring theme, right? This sucks, that sucks, naming sucks, download sucks, because obviously we can't distribute the source code with submodules. Thank you very much. So open C chest. Let's normalize the. Oh, this is so silly. 2023, even the freaking download sucks. You can't make this thing up. Maybe this will work. 3, 1. They are mostly done. Let's see if it downloads. I wish they contributed to some SCSI generic tools. So it might build a setup automatically in T2. Let's see. Open C chest. Did this work? Dash V at the end. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And then we have one package more. Can never have too many packages. We have native 4K testing, and last but not least, we obviously want to further improve our installer. That would be so we don't need to rely on that. It's actually a little bit. I wonder if I, by the way, I committed this already, right? Maybe I change to never having a space here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do this in mixed commit stuff. Oh, I also did this wrong. Cool. Maybe I should improve our command and parsing things. The problem now is we can't. So the short form would be that here, but this will error out if the file doesn't exist. So we will logical block size. We will use cat. Unfortunately, I find it stupid, but it is what it is. This block 1 Q. So project never. Oh, didn't Tmax add this? This block NVMe Q. I mean, very theoretically, I could cat both files, but I don't think we should do it overly tricky. So Q, what did I even copy now? Logical block size. I mean, we could physical block size. We could actually test if Linux always has those files. I mean, it would only change as one cut, right? But maybe I should patch bash not to error on this or so, because I mean, I would find this a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's not performance. It's yeah. Because the difference is this will. Right, here we can also hide the error, right? No, maybe we better do that, otherwise, if it doesn't exist, an error will scroll by. What have I even do here? I've done some nonsense. NVMe. And so what did our, so that build, that installed shitty named programs. Cool. In bin, not the biggest fan of that, to be honest. Do they have Bendir? They have some S Bendir. Let's see if we can quirk that. We just have done this for, was it SG utils, or let's see if that has effect for this miss and stuff. And here the best thing would be to only run that if there... Oh, I also didn't copy and paste this correctly. Did someone notice? Probably copied the whole line, it didn't update this yet. Good that we double checked this. And that's what testing is for, right? Developer copy some code. So how do we most elegant do that? Oh, this worked. Cool. Amazing. We had the reference time, also amazing. I guess that looks also amazing. Then there goes that. Live from my PowerPC server racks. Christopher really appreciates all the hard work you put into maintaining support for PowerPC. Happy to hear that. And of course also surrounding storage stuff, right? Testing here. Obviously, having the opportunity. Also, I mean, I got this stuff cheap, right? I wouldn't buy it for, I mean, I saw, and that's the difference, right? I saw this open power stuff, but I didn't buy it back in the day because I didn't want to spend 5,000 euro stuff, right? And now some years later, some company built some, some revenue and possibilities, and I still don't waste my money, right? I'm not buying these drives for the full price. I scored here some amazing deal. I got this drives for 150 euro pieces, so usually they sell often for 500. And being able to test this, right? And that's the difference between some hobby project that doesn't really work and plenty of people, thousands of people over 25 years actually testing stuff and actually also fixing stuff, right? Not only testing and hey, it's broken, but also testing also, testing and could be better, and even finding stuff that I didn't even know exists, right? And so PowerPC is kind of sorta only today because that is my SAS system right now, right? Anyway, yeah. But yeah, there certainly is one Linux distribution in the works to rule them all. How do we best structure the code? So basically we are done here, right? I guess we can stop this testing. So what I would need to do next is copy the data over. So what you can't do, what I already learned last night the hard way, is you can't mix, I said this in the previous video, I find this a little bit lame, you can't mix with LVM Linux 4K and 512 sector drives. So if we now add this back, to, so that is, all right, we don't have partitions right now. Yeah. Let's do it for testing. Let's create, right? Can we create two? This. What? Cannot use this. Why is SDL? KL, it somehow did SDL, that's funny. We just overrode the songs. Okay. Not really sure what I did with why is here some data and here not. Whatever. That is strange. Maybe I should have checked both devices. Anyway, this or did I mischeck this and this is not 4K? No, it's logical box has 4K. Strange stuff. I would have thought it should previously have been partitioned. I'm not sure what's going on there. So yeah, better not rely on this preserving data, I guess. And VG volume group extend. Volume group extend. VG0, so VG0 def SDL it was, right? Yeah. So I learned this, so that's a little bit more. That's a little bit sad. A little bit unfortunate, but I mean, if you, I mean, yeah, there probably is a reason why 512E is still the default, but yeah, it's a little bit lame given the default extend size is what, 4 megabyte or so. So yeah, shut down, see open power. So we have two things here. So I guess we pre-check that. Like if logical block size, not physical block size. Oh, no, wait. If it's equal. My ears hurt from Sony. Sony headphone pressing on noise isolating headsets. Man. Torture. Oh, they hurt. Yeah, pro tip, don't wear a headphone over noise cancelling headsets. But hey, it was less loud. It was your formatted with unsupported. Alright, I wanted to test it. There's so much to test. Hours later, still 520 byte. I mean, I could maybe adjust by a second one. I'm not really feeling like reformatting this again for 1.5 hours. So if, why is this highlighted differently? What am I missing? Anyway, if it's equal and not already 4K, I guess, huh? Can we, is there any, I mean, we could run it always, but nah. I mean, we could, because we would need to code it twice. That is my only always trying to write somewhat elegant code. It doesn't really save as much, I believe. So if that's equal, do we really, I mean, we are after 4K, so theoretically, I mean, all that mostly matters is logical, right? So, I mean, I guess we could check if logical is 512. Probably should be enough, right? Logical block size 512. Then still check it. And I guess format basically I mean, is that even all right? So so for a modern NVMe SSD, we would not see that in this FS. Then it's 512 and we need to run that. For a SAS drive, we might see that already. What are we after? We are after it has 4K, right? So basically, I mean, we could change that then to NVMe grab Q and use the exit its status, right? We are only here if it's not 4K. Then we grab it for 4K. And if it has 4K, set physical block size to 4K. Does that make sense? Is that the most... and also do that here. Need to check that though, because I don't know if the Linux kernel export. I mean, we could code that in already and hope it works, and hope it works and then test it also some other day. So basically, okay, so has this, so maybe that's already correct. I mean, for the only thing is for a SAS, excuse me, for a SAS drive, we might still run it, right? I mean, we could, if we knew already, maybe just not to run NVMe tool on SAS drive, we could double check that physical block size is not yet for .96. Does this make sense? If logical block size 512 and physical block size is not yet 4K and we have NVMe, then double check it, and then this is not, I hope this covers all. Like if you are into logic folding stuff, logic case folding, conditional minimization, patches welcome. So, and then if it's like basically the same but with equal, if that's the case, then at the node end similar I guess if logical block size not equal Z and logical block size not equal that, like if it's any other crazy stuff, then one formatted with unsupported sector size. Logical block size, right? So, do we have everything covered? This is untested. It may work. LBS, PBS, 512, not 4K, 512. So I mean, we would also run this for physical block size 1024 if anyone has any of those crazy prototypes around. Probably don't really care. I mean, it should be safe, right? Famous last words to run NVMe on other stuff. It should just error out. Should, fingers crossed. This is why I try so. I mean, for old drives we would not. I don't know, for old drives we would run this. I mean, we could double check. I mean, we could add here end matching starting with NVMe, but yeah, maybe when we ever get in. I mean, yeah, defensive. I mean, sticking to my own pro tips, defensive coding would check for that, but yeah. So yeah, LBS, PBS. I hope this expands because that is inside double quotes, so hopefully this expands. Already right, I hope. So if it's not logical block type 512 or 4K, so if it's 512, yeah, maybe we should test this. I mean, surely we should test this. So, unplug serial, prepare to go home. Approaching midnight, of course it is. How to run a Linux distribution or startup working 24 hours a day, sometimes the night, and surely each day a year. I need to find a solution for this next. Getting tired of typing this. And this needs OR. I was already wondering that somehow nobody catched that. You know it's late when you. So if it's not 512 or obviously I was already wondering something was off with that. It's so late. Simple logic. You know you should go to bed when simple logic fails. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Super thank or super chat. Post it on Reddit. FreeNAS, Unraid, Level 1 Tech, Linus Tech Tips, or whatever you fancy. I hope you learned something and to see you for all the next fun stuff. And of course, users of our Linux distribution will profit from this improved notes there. And wait, did I? Also, this doesn't expand the way I wanted. Did I not rebuild this? Or is it... Ah, I didn't handle empty. Maybe it's empty. What do we have there? VDA def this block VDA Q. No, it's 512. Yeah. Also here this argument is wrong. One fat finger type and you ruin all your... I mean, given that, I mean, we could like, if they all should have that, although we might run that for other, I mean, should we risk it? I mean, maybe we risk it and see if it ever fails. I like the readability of this. But do I have another typo? Oh yeah. What have I even typoed here? Thanks for that. Not sure. Yeah, probably I started typing and copy and pasted. Pro tip, always could copy and paste then you. Yeah, thanks for that. That saved me one iteration of trial and error. Coming up next, 4K native drives in a PS3. Just kidding, probably the hypervisor will not be happy about that. Because this was even before that was invented. I think it's end after all. I think I had this right end. Yeah, this needs to be an end. So at least we tested that the expansion works. So this was right after all. If not 512 and not 96, probably. So much to, yeah, testing. You coded it right and tested it wrong. But then we can finally call it a day. This term I do that I have color. Okay, now that works. Of course, it needs to be tested with real devices. I will see my real NVMe the next day. Edit the surface based maybe improved stone install 4KN detection for this based potentially ATA needs testing, SAS. Edit image untested warning for non-standard target sizes 2. Probably fine. Improved stone. Install 4K native detection. Other drives. This is 2. That's truly it now for today. I need some sleep. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for all the next fun stuff and new ISOs to come.